Welcome back, everybody, to D5 Questing. How do you guys wave when you see somebody that you kind of know? Somebody waved at me like this. And I was like, that's, throwing gang signs out right there or something. I don't know. Something I wonder. It depends on the kind of mood that I'm in, on what I do. If I'm like in, most of the time it's a, but I always frown with it too. Or if I'm feeling real good, then it's a, or if I'm feeling exceptional, it's a tip of the hat to ya. Welcome back, everybody. I know what you're thinking, but wait, Jacob, it hasn't been 2 weeks, and you're right, it hasn't. Here's the thing, gang. Here's the thing. Remember way back when? I don't even know if I said it, but I'm doing this for me. And if you guys get something along the way, that's great. And I appreciate that. And it sounds like you guys have. And I appreciate that. But I had a free night, which is kind of rare, before we put the kids to bed. So I'm like, I asked my wife, I said, you all right if I go record an app? Mostly because we're finally out of the dungeon. We did it, gang. We passed off our first. There's a light right here. I'm going to try and fix that. Try that. Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Is like, I'm all excited about it because we beat our first dungeon, which is great. I'm excited about it. You're excited about it. Name of the game, D100 Dungeon. For those that don't know, for those that do know, we're still playing D100 Dungeon by Martin Knight. MK in the UK. Is that why you live in the UK? I watched a video on YouTube, the difference between England, the UK, Great Britain, and the British Isles. I honestly thought that it was like all the same thing, and I apologize for my ignorance, my ignorance on that one. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to be ignorant. But England is like a country, and then the United Kingdom is like England and Wales and two more that are right in there. That's the United Kingdom. Ireland, I think, is one of them. And then what's north of that? No. Anyways, let me know, because apparently I didn't learn much from the video. The name of the game is D100 Dungeon. We've got some great audio, some not as dark dungeony style audio. This is from tabletopaudio.com. Let's have a listen. Sounds like a medieval town. And you'd be right. If you look at medieval town at tabletopaudio.com, you too can hear this. Thank you for letting us use the audio on the show. But I want to get into it because we're out. I mean, we're still in the jungles of death. Aptly named. So the first thing we got to do is turn in this quest to Lady Bevan. I think that's how her voice is. Portly, I think, is what we said. I don't think it was actually portly. I think it was just like fat. Sorry, Lady Bevan, if you're out there, thanks for listening. Appreciate you. So collect 2 items from table A for the Lady Bevan. And if we succeed, we get 110 gold pieces. So we succeeded. And thank goodness for that. Check. So we did that. And we're going to come over here and put a little check right here next to Q2, and got something on my finger. Come over to here and add 3884. Oh, and lastly, to take away the studded leather cape and the scale mail gloves, which we rolled, which is too bad because those scale mail gloves would have been nice. But alas, alas and a lad, 'tis not to be. My Lady Bevan, return triumphant from that foul, spider-infested dungeon. And behold, I bring you 2 items from table A. Didn't think you'd make it. 110 gold. 110 gold. Very thoughtful of you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, that's apparently how Sprag talks a lot like me. We've got a lot of the same mannerisms. Appreciate you, Lady Bevan. Thanks for stopping by. So, hands off his stuff, turns in the quest, gets the money. I think while we're here, though, we're going to ask, now that you're aware of my capabilities as an adventurer and a spider slayer, perhaps you've heard of other quests nearby that may be of interest to me. We're going to do the, I thought I was on the right page. News of quest. Choose any other hex other than the adventure's current hex. Oh, by the way, we're back to D100 Dungeon World Builder. This, like, come on, guys. This book, I didn't know I needed it in my life. All right. My relationship with my wife is better because of it. My relationship with myself is better. No, it's a great book. Stop by Drive Through RPG, look up D100 Dungeon. There's 6 books out there, 6 of the core books and a bunch of other stuff. Also, check out the app that MK's put out. Incredibly helpful. So, good stuff. Excellente stuff. So, choose any other quest. Next, count the number of hexes between the adventure's current hex and the current. And each hex you count reduces the chance by 5%. Next, roll the D100. If you roll equal to or less than the modified populace chance. So we should probably find out. Jungles, oh death. Populace, 25%. Plus 15 for a river and 25. So yeah, we just got a 25% chance. Equal to or less than 25%. Here we go. First roll of the day. Oh, I'm going to try and, so you guys know. Where's my mouse? Come on. That's what we got. 7? Oh, 7! We're on fire, you guys. It just so happens that I know of a quest if you're up for it. Adventurer. Oh, why, yes. Yes, indeed. What do you have in mind, Lady Bevan? Oh, nothing like that. No hanky-panks. You're far too old for me. Roll on table WBQ. Quests. A number of times equal to the adventurer's rep, which is not high. We're rolling once. So, man, it's been a minute, you guys. We're Q. Quests. Oh, this is a big one. All right. Here we go. 73. Yeah. seeing how you were able to successfully collect things from Table A armor, perhaps you could find some weapons. Collect weapons from Table W until their combined damage value adds up to 8 or more. Hand in. Yeah, I have a cousin. A cousina. I have a primo. Yonder in the grasslands of Pain. Cousin, the Pains yonder. Oh, I should have. I'm starting to create a name table on my computer here. Pull up this organizational tool. I don't know why it's taking so long. It's taking too long. When all else fails, go to Dr. Google. Random name generator. Alright. Here we go. My cousin is Pramod Kuro. Yeah, Pramod Kuro. I'll spell that for you so all your viewers can see how to spell it here. Forgot to put my teeth in. So this is 73. Weapons hunt. Collect weapons from Table W. So we're collecting weapons. Collect weapons until damage is greater than or equal to 8 combined. And this is for Pramod Kuro. Pramod Kuro is my cousin, and we're going to say Lady Bevan's cousin. Sup, cuz? Like that. Yeah, so 7 on the QC. Sweet. That's cash money, you guys. Alright. Generating the details. Read the quest details, but only add those shown in the bold to the details blocks. Blocks. Alright. Oh, names. Oh man, we should have just done names right there. Okay. We'll roll on person. I'm sorry. Pramod Kuro. Pramod. 15. So this, he is a merchant. Pramod Kuro is a merchant. All right. Sweet. All right. And a merchant gives us a 2 centivos. Okay. The hex gives us 0. And where do we get the RV from? Add and subtract Q, P, and hex values together to create the quest reward value. So this is 7 plus 2 equals 9er. And record it in the RV. Lastly, roll 1d6 and look up QR quest reward. QR. The old QR code. Roll 1d6. Here we go. This is going to tell us how hard it is right here. 1. Uno. Reward value of 7. Holy smokes. Success is 800 gold pieces. Failure is minus 10 skill. And the encounter modification is plus 5. Plus a nickel. Success. Plus 800 gold pieces. Failure. Minus 10 to a skill. And the encounter modification is +5. Thank you, my dear Lady Bevan. I shall be on my way. I take my leave. Adieu. Standing ovation. Applauses. Everybody's so jazzed out of their mind that Sprag, SPB, came back. Handled himself like a man. Sweet. Okay. All right. Lots to do. So, next thing that I want to do. Oh, we got to play the game. Check. Right there. So, news of quests, that took a whole day. All right. Oh my goodness, you guys! I forgot about this thing. MK knows what it is, and he's stoked. I bet he's jazzed out of his mind to be like, "You gonna heal? You gonna heal yourself, there, bud?" Okay. So let's talk about making camp. Okay. Make a camp. It says, this is 2 AP. The adventurer may make a camp in any hex except a sea hex or a hex that already contains a camp. Once a camp has been made, it is added to the hex using a triangle campsite symbol. The advantage of making a camp is that when the adventurer next visits the hex, i.e. returns to the hex at a later time, they may perform a limited version of the before next quest phase. So it sounds to me like that's probably something I should have been doing this whole time. My goodness gracious. So, I mean, here's what we got to do, gang. Here's what we got to do. Is we got to drop down a camp here. So I'm trying to think that like the best way to like heal myself or buy stuff. I can't do either without. My phone is like seriously lagging. Okay. It's kind of caught up. That was fun. But I need to like I got to do the settlement, modified before your next quest phase to heal myself, but I can't do that unless I'm somewhere, i.e. a camp. So that's what we're going to do. We got no choice. And like oh, that's right. Grasslands of Pain gets Q5. Q5. That's like D5. Questing. Q5. Okay. We also have one of those death days. Just saw it. I just saw it. Effects of time. Oh, right there. Disease and poison. As these days are marked off in the calendar, it triggers a poison and disease check. The player follows the standard rules detailed on the core rule book. So yeah, if you're gonna get the World Builder book, make sure you get the base book as well. I mean, honestly, get the base book first. Familiarize yourself with how to play the game, and then you can join in the emails and comments saying the things that I can improve on. No, I do appreciate it. I really do, and I apologize that my learning skills. For example, I'm looking at poison and disease, even though I know we've done that already. Equipping combat. I'm just gonna go to the front page. No, I do really appreciate it though. All the things that you guys do to help me stay up to date. All right, I'm gonna hit the pause button because I'm rambling at this point, and you guys, that's what you come to the show to watch. So hang on for a sec. I was looking at it. I was literally looking right at it. The monster abilities. When the time track is refreshed, the player must roll 1d10, and if the result is equal to or less than the number of disease pips shaded, the adventurer suffers HP equal to the number of pips shaded. Yikes. Alright. So we've got dose. So we're hoping 3 through 10. Coughs up blood. Something's going on. Sprag is... He can't handle it, man. He can't handle it, so he takes 2 points. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, but we got a camp established. I mean, that's good. Right there. All right, little camp. But I can't use it until I leave and come back. So, let's generate ourselves a hex. Let's see, shall we? Let's do that because yeah, right there, lay of the land. Choose any hex that is not adjacent to the adventure's current hex and is yet to be generated. The adventurer will spend some time asking the locals what the land is about, etc. So we gotta roll again. See if Lady Bevan knows anything, because we're still hanging out. Jungle's Ode Death, 25% chance still. So less than 25 or less than or equal to 25, I think is how you say that. 53. No go. All right. All right. Okay, so we should probably also 1, 2, 3, 4 rations. Got to take those off. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys! What is wrong with me? Yikes! All right, well let's see what this is. I remember add tavern 3. Oh, those are names. Look at that. I wrote some right there. Graham, Pruitt, Calbert, Breckenridge. All right, so this was an event. Let's see. I don't know what's going to happen here. Tavern 3 event. Well, this is promising. All right. Let's see. Tavern. Was Tavern the event? Maybe? LMNOPQRS-T. Tavern. And number 3. There's... Okay. That's right. Okay, so... Rewind, if you will. Back to yesteryear. This is like day 1 in the world. An attractive patron plies the adventure with drinks all night. The next day, Sprag wakes up in a gutter at the back of the tavern. He feels weak. He aches all over. Circle 30 days in the future on the calendar, and then add the following details on the back of the calendar. Date: stranger 1 month ago. The adventurer encountered an attractive stranger. Lady Bevan's sister, perhaps. Eyelashes. We've met a few. See change event. So now we go to the change event. Changes to a butterfly. Every time I laugh like that, I'm reminded. If you look at the Candyland, the game Candyland, The two kids on the front cover are like holding left hands as they're skipping. And me and my brother-in-law tried to mimic it one time. So, yeah. Okay. Oh boy. If the adventurer is already a vampire. Okay. I think we need some darker music here. Dark. If the adventurer is already a vampire, ignore this event. If the adventurer is a werewolf, see the hybrid event. Otherwise, continue reading. Sprag had an encounter with a vampire and was bitten. I hope it was that word. For the past 30 days, he's been slowly transforming. That explains a lot, actually. At first, he was very ill and ached all over. After a few days, he was unable to keep his eyes open during the day. Sunlight burned his skin, but they have learned to adjust. They had spectacles made with darkened glasses. Turn the music. I can barely hear it. He had spectacles made with darkened glass and bought a large hooded cloak that covers the entire body. And by wearing gloves during the day, he avoided the burning rays of the sun. At dusk, Sprag is able to uncover and move around freely, and this has led to traveling at night and resting during the day. It's been a struggle, but he's managed. Around the 15th day, they stopped cooking meat in preference of eating it raw. The blood was refreshing and seemed to provide greater nutrition. Now he doesn't even eat meat and just drinks blood directly from small animals he's learned to catch. However, today something strange happened. After he came across a stranger alone in the wild, asking about the hex, I guarantee it. The adventurer was charming and persuaded the stranger to offer them their neck. You there. Boy, what day is it? It's Christmas. It's Christmas, sir. Give me your neck. The stranger was falling over themselves to oblige, and then the adventurer bit them. It was purely instinct, and wasn't until a pain shot through the mouth that they even realized what they had done. The pain was caused by two incisors suddenly growing a few inches in length and becoming pointed. Like that. They grew until they penetrated the thick vein in the stranger's neck. That's the jugular. So what you want to attack first? If a circus attacks you, the jugular. Come on, Jake, I'm trying to be serious here. The flow of blood was incredible, and the sensation was overwhelming, and at times, Sprag had almost passed out from the exhilarating pleasure. It was something he had never experienced before. However, sadly, by the time they came to their sense, the stranger was dead and fell lifelessly to the ground. Looking down at the stranger, Sprag felt nothing. No remorse. No pity. It was just a meal. And nothing more. The adventurer is now a fully developed vampire. And the following rules apply. The adventurer must feed on fresh blood on the first day of every month. Therefore, whenever the first of each month is crossed off, you must perform the following steps, or suffer 1 minus 1d10 HP. 2. The adventurer gains plus 10 to their primary strength, dex, intelligence, and HP. I'm going to get it somehow. That's how you do. If you don't have a camp, you just go turn into a vampire and get plus 10 HP. The max primary value of the characteristic also increases from 8100. All skills except Lucky gain a +5 skill bonus. In addition, the maximum a skill bonus can achieve rises from 20 to 25. They may also ignore all poison and disease checks and do not need to spend oil or food when instructed. The adventurer also gains a natural defense value of 1, which can be improved with equipment. The adventurer no longer needs to spend rations. Ah! Becoming a vampire is the best thing that's happened to me. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I said I was gonna cry. All rules regarding the expense of rations can be ignored. The skill bonus for Lucky may no longer be used during tests. Fate points or fate potions may not be used. However, they retain their value and may be sold. 5. Ooh, there's more. This is like Christmas. 5. The adventurer may not own any mounts. That's too bad. That's kind of a bummer. 6. The adventurer ignores ethereal, fear, fly, and resurrection monster abilities. They no longer affect the adventure. 7. There is a chance, whilst performing a camp settlement action, the adventurer may get noticed as a vampire. It's not Christmas anymore. This is like the day after Christmas when you have to go back to work. That's where we're at now. I'm just kidding. MK, this is a gift. This is manna from heaven, dude. All right? Can I be honest with you? This is... So I got to do concealment check. 8. Whenever the adventure begins a quest, they may roll to see if the quest contains a cure to being a vampire. No way. I'm still going to read it. But here's the thing, gang. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be real with you now. I mean, I feel like I've been real. I feel like my life's an open book, honestly. But any game I've played, there are a couple things that I'm not a huge fan of Magic. I think I've mentioned that before. And that's okay. That's all right. I like fantasy worlds and I like fantastical worlds, but I'm just not a huge fan of the Magic mechanics, you know. And I think that kind of shows. If you go back and listen to like the first season when we first started doing stuff, I'm like, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing, and it shows with the Magic because I don't know. I like knowing that Magic is available or around, anyways. But I digress. Secondly, werewolves and vampires have never really done it for me. You know, I watched what's that one? Team Edward, Team Jacob. You know which one I'm talking about. You know, I saw it and I was like, what? If you've seen it, you know. But it was like, check that box, I guess. I only watched it because we went to the beach, like the ocean. It was my first time ever to the Atlantic Ocean. I was excited to just go in. And I don't get sunburned very much, but my wife does, in a bad sort of way. And she was like, hey, rub me down. And I was like, sure thing, babe. It was like, you could very clearly see where I did and where I didn't. It was bad. So we were on vacation for like a week and a half, and that was like the second day, and then we just hung out. So, yeah. And she was like, well, this is what we're doing, and because you gave me a sunburn, they're watching this. I digress. That's the only reason. But this is pretty cool stuff, MK. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm gonna have to reread it and make sure that I'm understanding correcto mundo what it is. But I'm pretty stoked about it. Pretty excited. Thanks for joining in. This is good stuff. And oh my goodness, you guys, look, like this, that seriously couldn't have come at a better time. Like, come on. So I'm gonna have to think about it. Let me know if I should take the plus 10 HP right now. And so like my adjusted, this goes up. So like my adjustment goes up plus 10 for a total of 30. So vampire sucker. So should I take this to 14 right now, or how do you guys play? When you're playing, when you're rolling the dice and you get a level up, do you just automatically go all the way up, or like how does that work for you guys? I would think in this instance, for the most part, when I'm playing a game, a level up doesn't audit, like you're not just cured all of a sudden and healed all of a sudden. That doesn't make sense. But I think in this instance, I think it does. I think logistically it makes sense. I don't want to sway your vote, but I mean, if you think about it, this is his first time that he's like had human blood. So I think it adds up that it is like this bolstering effect and has this like, so. Know what you think. Appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out. Remember, that's Sprag. I'm Jacob. You're the fans. This is D100 Dungeon, World Builder, Classic. We got them all. This is D5 Questing. We'll see you guys next time.
D5